What's going on, everybody? Civ checking in, and welcome back to another Civ's Advanced Analysis NBA Edition video. A subsection here on the channel where I not only talk about the recent trades that happened in the NBA world, whether that be during the trade deadline or in the offseason, but also I give you all as fans a little taste as to what you can expect from the players as they join their respective clubs in the foreseeable future. And today, everyone, we got another trade to discuss because recently the Toronto Raptors sent Davion Mitchell to the Miami Heat. And with this trade, in today's video, we'll be talking about one, what does that mean for Miami, and number two, how Miami will respond and what they can expect from Davion Mitchell as they continue in the rest of the season and in the future seasons to come. So without further ado, let's talk about it. Now, right off the bat, when talking about Davion Mitchell, the first thing that comes to mind is his defense, and rightfully so. After all, this brother does have the nickname Mr. Off Night. And for those of you that are wondering what Mr. Off Night means, it basically means that whoever Davion Mitchell is covering in the opponent team, that player is going to usually have a really bad shooting night, especially overall, because that player is going to be so frustrated with their shots through Davion Mitchell's defense to the point where not only are they taking rash shots, but also they are hindering their team's ability to win. And that is all credit to Davion Mitchell's defense. So, with all that being said, when Davion Mitchell joins the Miami Heat, not only do I think that Davion Mitchell will continue to play the same type of defense he played in Toronto, but also I think that Davion Mitchell is going to improve his defensive abilities as well, because in Miami, there are some really good stars there, being Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, Andrew Wiggins, the list goes on and on. And with those players, what you can get from them are mainly offensive abilities and occasional defense. So with the other Miami Heat players playing exceptional offense, it takes a lot of the pressure off Davion Mitchell to be a contributing factor on the offensive end, and instead he can focus all of his attention on the defensive end, where that is really lacking for the Miami Heat, especially after giving up Jimmy Butler. So hopefully he understands the assignment in Miami and continues to play lockdown defense. And if he does, well, it's going to be an interesting playoff run for Miami in these playoffs, because I would like to see how opponents match up against Davion Mitchell's defense, especially as the pressure continues in the playoff season. Now, speaking of offense, now that I think about it more, I believe that Davion Mitchell's offense is going to greatly improve with his time in Miami, because even though it has improved so far, especially during his time in Toronto, I believe that Miami is really going to take it to the next level, because if there's anything that you can count on in Miami, especially with the fact that they have Erik Spoelstra as their head coach, he is really good at not only developing players, but also understanding what each player needs to do to get the best results in the Miami Heat system. And in the case for Davion Mitchell, I believe that Erik Spoelstra will give him tips, tricks, and everything else in between, especially on the offensive end, so that Davion Mitchell can be a really good asset to the Miami Heat and make it a really tough challenge for the opponents to really play against him. And if Davion Mitchell takes everything that Erik Spoelstra says to him to heart and continues to improve his game over and over to the point where it becomes second nature to him to play the way that Erik Spoelstra told him, I believe that when it comes time to the playoffs and they get into those serious battles in the regular season as well, they'll look to Davion Mitchell as that secret factor that could really change the tide in the game, and be that player that can give surprising moments, especially in the clutch moments of the game, which Miami Heat will definitely need, especially given the fact that they recently traded Jimmy Butler to the Golden State Warriors. So let's see how Davion Mitchell continues to improve with the Miami Heat going forward in the offensive and defensive game, and how they continue to play in the second half of the season and future seasons as well. So yeah, that wraps up my thoughts on Davion Mitchell joining the Miami Heat. And while I'm a little sad to see Davion Mitchell go, I understand that it is a business and the Raptors did this so that their future is going to be strong. So with that being said, Davion Mitchell, thank you so much for your services here in Toronto, especially your defense. It was greatly appreciated, and I hope you continue to improve your defense and offensive ability. And make sure that your nickname Mr. Off Night continues to go strong and is even hotter than it was in Toronto. Get it? Miami Heat, hot. Anyways, with that being said, let me know in the comments below what you all thought about Davion Mitchell joining the Miami Heat. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Do you feel like you're a little sad that Davion Mitchell left? Or are you pretty ecstatic about it? And Miami Heat fans, chime in as well, because I'd love to know what you all thought about it, especially given the fact that Davion Mitchell is joining your team. And with that being said, thank you all so much for watching. I'll catch you all in the next video where we talk more Raptors, more basketball, more trades, or anything else sports related. And until then, I hope you all have a great rest of your day or weekend or whatever time you have. And yeah, until then, Siv signing out.